Alright guys, well here we are, a couple of minutes late, but here we are. Break 125, Facebook only break. So this was listed on Facebook yesterday. It consists of a 21 Traders Hobby Box and a 21 Traders Priority Box. I forgot to bring up my team list. Whoops, sorry guys, give me a sec.
Average name.
Yeah. We'll just quickly run through that. We have Brendan Van Hout with the Broncos. Raiders is Glenn Holding. Clint Burns with the Bulldogs. Trevor Knight with the Sharks. Brendan Vickery with the Titans. Lauren Plath with Manly. Trevor Knight with Storm. Lauren Plath with Knights. Trevor Knight with Cowboys. Richard Light with the Eels. Patrick Prince with Panthers. Brendan Vickery with Rabbitohs. Brendan Vickery with the Dragons. Brendan Vickery with the Roosters. Nathan Asquith with the Warriors. And Nathan Asquith with the Tigers. Alright. That was reading off my sheet, so if I did get it wrong, I am sorry guys. But here we go. So we have our two boxes when it comes up. I'm going the right way around. Have our priority and our standard. We'll kick off with our priority. We're not going to hold the hits today. We are just going to get straight into it. Couple of boxes, shouldn't take us too long. So let's get into it. Good luck to everyone. Let me just bring the chats up. Alright, chats are up, we are ready to go. Once again, good luck to everyone. If you're watching and want to be a part of the breaks, there's plenty of breaks listed on the website. I do believe we'll be listing, I know we'll be listing some more on Facebook as Facebook specials. I'm pretty sure we'll be listing another one of these, if not today, in the near future. To start us off, we've got Josh Alloway, parallel for the Tigers. Alright, we have a Mitchell Pearce wild card for the Knights. And a Dylan Napa parallel for the Bulldogs. So we're looking for Legend SIGs, and they will be randomised between all 16 teams. We have a Tigers Star Tunes, Luke Brooks. Knights parallel checklist. Asuka Power, Rising Stars for the Tigers. Tom Dearden, parallel for the Broncos. Joseph Tapine, parallel for Raiders. Ryan Madison, parallel for the Eels. Cody Nikorima, wild card for the Warriors. Season to remember, David Nofaluma for the Tigers. Warriors parallel checklist. Oops. Missed. Sorry, I missed the parallel. I'll just double check I haven't accidentally missed anything else. No, we're good. Sorry about that. Alarmy kick out, parallel for Panthers. Chuck them in the box. Nico Hines, Rising Stars for Storm. Luke Keary, parallel for Roosters. So of course we're also looking for black authentic signatures, Panthers predictors. There are also some other predictors that people are looking to fill some shares. And our club heroes. Talking of club heroes, here's our first one. Cameron McInnes for the Dragons. And Dane Gagai parallel for the Rabbits. Still haven't received any of the Gagai signature redemptions. Last we heard they're still not ready, so Adam Pompey, Rising Stars for the Warriors. No Sivo signatures as yet. Tarek Sims, parallel for the Dragons. Mr. Hammer, Rising Stars for the Cowboys. Adam Dewey, parallel for the Tigers. Season to remember, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck for the Warriors. Sean Johnson, parallel for Sharks. I'll take photos of all the team hits and post them in the post in the comments. Mawaiki Fotowaika, parallel for Titans. Good or bad, you know what you're getting. Tex Hoy, Rising Stars for the Knights. Scott Drinkwater, parallel for the Cowboys. Wildcard, Jason Tormalolo for the Cowboys. David Afuna, parallel for Manly. So just remember, even if we manage to hit a big card in our first box, we are still able to mirror that in our second box as well. White Street Art for the Eels. Dylan Zelezniak, parallel for Bulldogs. Meaning if we manage to hit a Legend Sig, we are quite capable of hitting a second in the priority box. William Kennedy, Rising Stars for the Sharks. Nathan Cleary, parallel for Panthers. Season to remember, Josh Jackson for the Bulldogs. Payne Haas, parallel for Broncos. Just over halfway through our first box, guys. Oregon Kafusi, Rising Stars for the Eels. Raiders parallel checklist. Cody Nikorima, parallel for Warriors. Team wildcard for the Knights. Suicide Takahawi for the Roosters, parallel. I've had a couple of people try and teach me how to pronounce that one. I can just never seem to get it right. Keon Kolomatangi, Rising Stars for the Rabbits. Cowboys checklist. Rising Stars, Kai O'Donnell for the Raiders. Cameron Murray, parallel for the Rabbits. Jared Croker, White Street Art for the Raiders. Matthew Duffy, parallel for the Dragons. Moses Sulai, Manly parallel. Jack Whiten, season to remember for the Raiders. Jesse Ramian, parallel for the Sharks. Matt Dory, Rising Stars for the Bulldogs. Jamal Fogarty, parallel for the Titans. Mr. Hammer, Black Street Art for the Cowboys. Josh Maguire, parallel for the Cowboys. What we got? 7 more packets, including this one in our first box. Toby Rudolph, season to remember for the Sharks. Heimel Hunt, parallel for the Knights. Apisai Coruscant, Star Tunes for Panthers. Alexander Brimson, parallel for the Titans. Wildcard, Alex Glenn for the Broncos. Manly parallel checklist. Rising Stars, Tavita Funa for Manly. Mitchell Pearce, parallel for Knights. Authentics Foil Sig, Nick Meaney for the Bulldogs. Nelson Asafa Solomona, parallel for Storm. 2 packets left. Bo Fulmore, Rising Stars for Titans. Dale Finucane, parallel for Storm. And lucky last, season to remember, Katoni Staggs for the Broncos. And Blake Ferguson, parallel for the Eels. Alright. So that's our first box done and dusted. All we have left is our priority box. So we've got 3 priority cards. Oh no, just 1. 2, sorry. I think. No, I'm confused. I always get confused with traders. There's only 1 club hero. Yeah, 1 per box. So there's two priority cards: Club Hero and Wild Card Group. Elite throws me off. It's not my fault, I swear. White Street Art, Suicide Takahari for the Roosters. Dylan Napa, parallel for Bulldogs. Rising Stars, Matt Dory for the Bulldogs. Milwaukee Fodawaika, parallel for Titans. Keon Kolomatangi, Rising Stars for the Rabbits. Josh Maguire, parallel for Cowboys. Scott Drinkwater, parallel for Cowboys. Manly parallel checklist. Season to remember, Josh Jackson for the Bulldogs. Tom Dearden, parallel for Broncos. Payne Haas, wild card for Broncos. Tavita Funa, parallel for Manly. No big hits yet. What do we got? Authentic foil seek. Season to remember, Toby Rudolph for the Sharks. Mitchell Pearce, parallel for Knights. Tavita Funa, Rising Stars for Manly. Knights, parallel checklist. Oregon Kafusi, Rising Stars for the Eels. Joseph Tapine, parallel for the Raiders. Well, those picked mirrored boxes by looks of things. They seem to be a lot of the same cards. Both formal, Rising Stars for the Titans. Nelson Asafa Solomona for Storm. Black Street Art, Josh Mansell for Panthers. Cameron Munster, parallel for Storm. They're not all the same. Blake Ferguson, parallel for Eels. Tony Stagg, season to remember for the Broncos. Reid Marnie, parallel for Eels. Season to remember, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck for the Warriors. Sione Katoa, parallel for Sharks. About halfway through the priority box. Almost halfway. William Kennedy, Rising Stars for the Sharks. Apasai Coruscant, parallel for Panthers. Tohu Harris, wild card for Warriors. Nathan Cleary, parallel for Panthers. Joseph Leilua, parallel for Tigers. Warriors parallel checklist. Sorry, before I knock them over, I'll get rid of them. Tanner Boyd, parallel for Titans. Wildcard for the Knights, Kalen Ponga. Will Hopewade, parallel for Bulldogs. Tex Hoy, Rising Stars for the Knights. I read he was going somewhere this morning. Jason Tormalolo, parallel for Cowboys. Can't remember who it was, where it was. Can't remember if they signed him or someone's looking at signing him. Might have been Rabbits. Sue Kapoa, Rising Stars for the Tigers. Thomas Flegler, parallel for Broncos. Valentine Holmes, wild card for Cowboys. Tom Trbojevic, parallel for Manly. Star Tunes, Ashley Taylor for the Titans. Daniel Saifiti, parallel for Knights. We have Darius Boyd, retirement for Broncos. Jack Whiten, parallel for Raiders. Alright. I think it's the same, but our parallel priority team wildcard for Knights. Ooh, nice low number. And we're number 3 with that one, guys. So congratulations. 3 out of 46, I believe, 45, sorry. Luke Keary, parallel for Roosters. That's our first priority hit. Still need to find that club hero. Look, a lot of people, sorry, this is to Emily on YouTube. A lot of people collect them, but there's not a lot of value in them. This year they weren't in best and less, as far as I know. They were released as a rivalry series, mainly found at Servos and a few other places. But yeah, we have this year's rivalry on the website, a few cards left on there. David Nofaluma, season to remember for the Tigers. But in general, from past years, it's not something we deal in. But as I said, there are a lot of collectors that do collect the set for themselves. Tohu Harris, parallel for the Warriors. It's not generally an expensive set to put together. Kai O'Donnell, Rising Stars for the Raiders. I think the idea of those releases are to get people that aren't interested in the hobby to maybe get interested and find the rest of the cards. Dane Gagai, parallel for the Rabbits. What was that? Yeah, and it's more so aimed at the kids. It's easier for them to put a set together and actually complete the set. Nico Hines, Rising Stars for the Storm. Roosters parallel checklist. Got a white street art. Jake Trbojevic for Manly. Tarek Sims, parallel for Dragons. And here's our club hero. Now I know someone in the breaks chasing this one, and I don't think they were lucky enough to get it. So, Brendan Vickery, I know this, you're chasing this one. Tyson Frizzell, club hero for the Dragons. And we have another nice low number. Number 3 out of 23. So both our priority hits today were number 3s. Jaden Sewer, parallel for Rabbits. So we still have 4 cards. We may hit a legend sig, we may hit a predictor. Obviously Patrick Franks hoping for that Panthers predictor. Jack Whiten, season to remember for Raiders. Sean Johnson, parallel for Sharks. Adam Pompey, Rising Stars for the Warriors. Just spent $3.20 getting it. I seen you were chasing it. Cameron McInnes, parallel for the Dragons. Obviously, I went and checked the website just to see. Are you Dragons spot now? I didn't think you got Dragons. Or did I trade you over to Dragons? Sorry, today was a bit hectic. Oh, sorry. Bit flat out, busy, running around. Elliot Whitehead, Star Tunes for Raiders. Jamal Fogarty, parallel for the Titans. Unfortunately, I couldn't come straight here. I had to go home and get the laptop. So I did the team randomizer at home. Then I had to try and get back out the door, saying goodbye to the kids. And yeah. Mr. Hammer, Rising Stars for the Cowboys. And last but not least for today's break, Josh Alloy, parallel for Tigers. Alright, well, thank you very much, everyone. Well, there you go. Maybe you can sell the lower number quickly, hopefully, because I know there's a few people chasing it. So congratulations on that, mate. At least you filled your spot one way or another. But yeah, guys, as I said, keep an eye out in the Facebook group. We will be listing some more Facebook exclusive breaks that we consider are an awesome deal. So, and as always, we're happy to break any night as long as the break's filled up and ready to go. So with the random teams, pardon?
Yes,
There you go. So once I finish up here, guys, tonight at some point I will be listing another one of these breaks. So look out for it. If it is filled by tomorrow night, we will break. There is also a 3-box break for the same thing, plus a 21 Elite box on the website. That's only got 7 spots left that I noticed. So jump in it, grab a spot. We can break that one tomorrow night. Alright guys, on that note, I'm going to leave you and get these packed up and some photos taken. And we'll see you again soon.